There goes YouTube, and now I will start Insta. Here we go. I am now live. Okay. Hi, Instagram. Hi, YouTube. We're going to do some pushing. Sorry I shouted. Oh, I hate that. Have you ever noticed 99... Here, take a band and do this. 99% of YouTube videos start like this. What's up, guys? Whether it's a tutorial, somebody who crochets or how to fix something, or like, yeah. Oh, there was hold the W. What's up, guys? Be sure to smash that like button. Be sure to subscribe. They say the same thing. I'm not telling you to do that. I hate people who do that. I don't hate them much. So here's the plan. If you don't have one of these, do wall angels. A wall angel looks like this. Elbows on the wall, wrists on the wall, slide up and down like that. Makes sense? So you go into this V shape. So elbows tuck, and then straighten the arms like that. That's the wall angel. Keep your elbows and wrists planted against that wall the whole time. If that is too challenging, do one arm at a time, because then that way you're able to rotate slightly. Is that off?
Yep, I just turned it off.
It takes like 20 minutes for that fan to stop. How you doing, Alice?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. My triceps are still a hair sore from those pullovers. Mm-hmm. Oh, so today's push day. Triceps are heavily involved in push day. They extend the elbow. They worked big time doing the pullover, though, because they also do this job. So even though today is this day, they're still sore from this day. But it's okay. You don't want to always train sore muscles. Let's do 5 more of these. But once in a while, it's okay. People fear overtraining. I think they should be more worried about undertraining. They should consider things like if a joint is bothering them. Don't just work through that. For example, I'll do this now. Elbows at your sides. Hold the outside of this thing. Pretend you got like an accordion or something. Alice, you're a part-time accordionist, right?
I am. This is a heavy one.
Let's trade. You're right. She did have the hard one.
Oh my God, this is so much better. Thank you.
Oh, this is too heavy. Can I have yours? Let's say I'm a jogger and my ankle has really been bothering me. Like, very specifically right there. I should stop jogging for a minute. I should just chill out. That's overtraining. Let it subside a little. Or just cut the volume. If you normally jog 10 miles, jog 5. That kind of thing. If your triceps are a little sore, you can still work out. Get the distinction? I'm not... but there's a lot of difference of opinion there. That one's debatable. That one's contentious. It's enough. Too many, in fact. Roll them shoulders. So today we're going to do some bench pressing of each other. I'm going to be bench pressing Alice. Alice is going to be bench pressing a percentage of me. So to do that, I'm going to be on my chest over here. Not my chest, the thing that we put clothes in.
Storage
chest.
chest.
The storage chest. That's what I gotta call it. I'm going to be lying on that lengthwise and bench pressing Alice, if she doesn't mind. And we've got to get you a martini while we do these.
I'm good tonight.
Jeff said.
That was when you were deadlifting me.
That was, you're right. All right, another time. Just a few more of these rolls. And now just one quick set of squats. This is just so we warm up a little bit more. We're not doing legs, but this just helps get the blood pumping. And squatting is good for us. So that's one option, is to lift one another. I will be literally lifting Alice while I'm lying on that bench. She is going to be on the floor. She's going to be on a foam roller just to elevate her back a little. That is not ideal. Ideally, we would have a bench, or say if we had like a longer foam roller would be better. We only have a half one, making it even weirder. We played around with some other things, and we're thinking about some other things. We might come back to that, but for today, we are going to use the half roller. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. And she's going to be lifting me while I am in a plank. So I'll have my hands on the ground. She'll have my feet. That way she's not lifting all of me, she's lifting some of me. Let's just do a few more little warming uppy things. Just reach, 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 reach. I was also going to do a little break dancing today. Maybe we'll do that in between sets instead.
You could certainly do it.
Yeah, we'll do it in between. Okay, warm up push-ups before we begin the heavy pressing. Now, if you don't have a partner who's willing to be lifted, option one is you can just do push-ups till you're blue in the face. And if you're too strong for that, but you do want to make them harder, and you happen to have a band, flip it around your back like so. As you do your push-up, do that. This band is pretty heavy to do push-ups and band press, so hopefully you've got a lighter one. But in the meantime, let's warm up our push-ups. Inclines for both of us, because we don't want to get too tired out before our bench pressing. So she's going to use the couch, I'll use this thing. How's that sound?
Great.
So I'm in like a slightly neutral grip position because I'm on this chair. And that's okay, because we're just warming up pressing. Now this might be as heavy as you go today, in which case you might even want to warm up at something higher, meaning almost the wall, you know, really high up, like a countertop or something. Because the plan is we're going to do 3 sets of heavy benching. And again, if you don't have a person to bench, you're going to be doing push-ups. We also plan to do some overhead band pressing and some pec flies with the bands. I'll give you alternatives if you don't have bands. All right. I'm going to do one more regular push-up on the floor just because, oh no, better yet, let me warm up with you. I'll press your legs.
Okay.
Which way should I lie? I should lie this way, and then you'll be in plank.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm just going to go on the floor. She's going to be elevated a little bit, but I'll show you what we're going to be doing. So down I go.
Okay. I think I don't know if you're in the shot or not. Yeah, you are. Okay. Here's one leg.
I might be out of the YouTube frame.
Here's one leg.
Here's one. Now she gives me the other one. So now I'm not pushing all of Alice. I'm pushing some of Alice. Now you can also, if you don't have something to be upon on the ground, you could go into a bridge. That does increase the range of motion a little bit. So you get the idea? I'm pushing a little bit of her. Now, if she wanted to weigh more, we could get her into a pike and she would back up. All right, that's enough of those. All right. You want to lift me?
Sure.
Yeah, I guess we're in the frame, right?
Yes.
Okay, down you go. So I'm going to hand her. She'll do her first set like this. Her next set, she is going to elevate her upper body. Go into a bridge too once you've got me in position. Yeah. All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Here's one. Here's the other. All right, go for it. Whee! How's the weight?
It's fine. I wish I would have moved my hands.
You want to cinch them down?
Well, they're just so far forward. I mean, like I want that. Hey.
That's fine. How about 4 more?
It's like when I picked you up, you shifted back.
Good job.
Is that
Rest.
right? Okay.
Okay. You get the idea? That is a way that you can lift a person if you don't want to lift all of the person. Yeah, they could also technically, like, basically, Alice, lie back for a second. We won't really do this, but let's say I sat right on her belly and I just lean back and then I could straighten my body out. She could push me up and down. There's a lot of different...
Oh, yeah, you can rest up there.
Sure. There's a lot of different variations. Basically, the idea is instead of lifting 100% of me, we're trying to bring it down to something she can get in the 8 to 15 rep range. Okay, and on that note, it's time for me to push my life up and down. All right. All right, so this is fun. I'll try not to kill her. Lose the specs. Ready, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, and I
So
need the
you're-
other box.
To be like a board.
Yeah, this is the board.
Okay.
Do you remember how I hold you? I don't remember.
Yeah.
She'll talk me through it. Alice has a much better memory for such things. I'm in the wrong
How these
business.
turned out.
Yeah, see, case in point. Ah, cozy. All right.
Okay, so you always grab one of my thighs, yep, and one of my ribs.
There we go.
That's-
She remembered.
That's the pole.
All right, now Alice is thinking heavy as best she can. Let me shimmy you over a little bit. Arrgh!
Does that work?
Whee! How do you feel?
Feel fine.
So I'll just do a few of these. I don't know if I can rack you today. Your head is going to hit the arm of the chair, couch. I'll scoot you back. We'll figure it out. So you had a good day?
Mm-hmm. I gotta do work. I gotta do work, and I didn't do my online class today yet. So I need to have a lot of stuff to do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, cool. My turn?
Your turn. So she's going to attempt to be on the foam roller this time.
I mean, yeah, if you wanted something else, I could be on.
Nothing else really works.
Okay.
The yoga mats get too smushed.
Depends on how high you want me up.
True. And can you just go a little more forward?
Forward.
Yeah, just 'cause my head was very close to the couch.
Hey.
Well, we're in frame, but let's just bring things back a little bit more. There we go. All
Let's stretch here.
right, so, and rotate your body this way just a little. Oh, that's too much. That's perfect. You might be right back where you were. Just a little bit toward me. That's it. Okay. We'll just get this thing and this thing. All right, you ready, man?
Yeah.
So here's one of myself. You get closer to my foot. Yeah. It's just at my ankle. There we go. Okay, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait a minute. This is going to be harder to balance. Let's go like this. I'll kneel. Good. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you ready?
Silly, yes, go up into your plank. Great. That was just Sean complaining about doing a one-leg plank. So basically, doing plank but having one leg up in the air was what he didn't want to do just now.
I didn't mean me. I meant you. How's that foam roller treating you?
Fine. God, you just got significantly heavier. And done. When the weight changes, it's hard. What made you get so much heavier?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was having to shift my hands occasionally.
Got it. Maybe that's
Hopefully I didn't shift them too much.
it's okay. I don't know. Or I just quickly got to my zero because all of a sudden I was like, okay, I can't do that.
I'm gonna stretch my wrists for a moment.
What you do when you're doing there too?
Huh?
Do up there.
Do what? Stretch?
Oh, I thought you meant from you
Push-ups?
holding planks.
Oh no.
You were got
This
like
is because I want to push you.
Yep.
And my wrist gets angry at me. My wrist gets angry at me bench pressing a little too. So we will also be on the other side.
While you stretching, I can get this ready. You can keep stretching.
Yeah, get a little.
You need your block.
Maybe we will try the yoga mats on the next one. Not that that looks bad, but just to experiment. Let me catch my breath for a moment longer. And in fact, while I'm doing that, let me talk people through another thing we're going to do in a bit. So we are going to do a kick through today. First, I'll just show you what that looks like. Start on hands and knees. I lift my knees an inch. That is as high as my knees will go. And I'm going to be meeting in the middle here on each rep. So I'm just going to spin and kick through. And if you can, you also add a little bit of a bridge. I come back, I spin, my heel is on the ground, my toe is facing the ceiling. And then that little bit of bridge. And I come back. Spin, heel is down, toe is up, a little bridge. Back to center, swing through, and bridge. Mistake number one that people tend to make, they turn it into a plank. Don't do that. Keep cable top, basically. You almost hit your knees on each rep. So I come through, notice my knees, they almost skim the floor.
2 inches from the floor.
They also tend to not point their toe up, so then they have nowhere to go here. You want to have room to let this hip open. All right, we'll come back to that. That's going to be after the next couple of sets.
I like that he showed that and it made him out of breath when he was catching his breath.
Yeah,
That was funny to me.
I defeated the purpose.
Uh-huh.
That's like that scene in Christmas Vacation. Get me somebody, anybody, and get me somebody while I'm waiting. That's not like that at all, is it? Okay, let's do it. All right, so this goes here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a first date. I don't know where to put my hands. Okay, there we go. Comfy?
Uh-huh.
Hooray! So if you have a kid, a wife, a hubby, a dog, something to bench press, great. If not, you are still doing push-ups, and you might be tired from all those push-ups. And I'm leaning toward making this the last of our presses because I'm taking our sweet time today. One more.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready to go back?
Uh-huh.
Whee! First time we did that, I didn't warn her. That was a good time. That was a fun day. Let's try the yoga mats. Just because
just gonna keep this.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that might be even better. Here's the deal. On a bench press, your elbows can go below your torso. On a floor press, the floor stops your elbows. So, ideally, you elevate yourself a little bit. Either you could do a bridge, but that changes it a little bit, or you use something small. You can use a regular foam roller. The problem with us is we only have this half roller. It's not the end of the world, but it's not ideal.
Okay, that's in case you want to put your hands on blocks.
All right. Why not?
If you're having wrist issues.
This could be the end of us. We'll see. Can you rotate? Salud. Salud.
Excuse me.
Just got another one coming.
Okay, nope.
You're not usually a 3-time sneezer. That would have been out of character. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right, here I go. That's what I was referring to. Now, obviously, the person in my position is not passive here. They are working. They're holding a plank the whole time. You have to keep your abs tight. Don't let your low back arch too much. Similar rules, basically, to holding a regular plank or push-up. I'm getting tired. I'm going to go down into a low plank. How's the weight?
It got a lot easier.
I'll go back up.
3 more.
Error. Well, that was really hard for me. Was that hard for you?
It was something.
That was harder than my bench press.
Things that we've learned, that we've gone through, but that we don't remember. It's easier when the bar sets up first where they're going to be, and then the person going into the space can line themselves up.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So like for me, I was too far forward and I couldn't scooch back. And like that's why it's always like, okay, where are you going to be for down dog? Where are you going to be for plank?
Yeah.
The same way I'm not like, oh, where's the rack with the bar? Like, no, I set the bar up and then I get in position. So just fly.
Why? Can you just monitor that I'm in frame for the kick throughs?
Yeah.
And then then you can join me.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely were in frame.
Oh, okay. Oh, then feel free to come on down. Do you want to actually be the person in front? You're better at them. You make them look graceful. I make them look stupid. So we're gonna just do some kick throughs now. Again,
Okay.
quadruped position. My knee is directly under my hip. My wrists are directly under my hands. So this is the starting position. Just knees in the air. Now I rotate my right foot. The heel goes flat. Now the other foot extends through there, toe pointed toward the sky. Little bit of a bridge if you can, and then come back and go the other way. And now we're just gonna keep rocking through, back and forth, back and forth. Make sense? Now you can even band this, believe it or not, in multiple ways. I could pull a band here as I come around. And you would only do that rep. You wouldn't, that side, you wouldn't keep alternating. You can put bands around your hips so that as you spiral, you're loading it more. These are tiring after having held a plank.
They're tiring after not doing movement. Like this is a different type of movement.
Yeah. How about 5 more? I want to do 0 more. All right, next up, if you have a band, you will be stepping on it and pushing it overhead. If you don't have a band, you can do downward dog push-ups. If you are up to the task, have your hands on the floor and your feet on the floor and hold a plank. So again, if you don't have bands and you're still with us, we're trying to target shoulders a bit more now. We want an overhead press. So I get into as much of a pike as I can. If I lock my knees, it makes my back round. So I'm gonna let my knees soften. I get my chest pushing through. You see that? Now I'm not dropping down, I'm diving forward, head toward my hands. And then I push my butt back. Keep your neutral spine. So that's a downward dog push-up or a pike push-up. If that's a little too much, elevate it. This might be too easy for you, but I'm up on our storage chest now. If you have something like little yoga blocks, you can do these. So that's a downward dog push-up if you don't have a band. And you could also lift a person, but I think we've done enough demos for the day. I think it's band pressing time. Let's do those here.
Great.
So, oh, I've already tied your band up.
Okay.
That means you have to try this.
Great.
Sorry.
I can't wait.
I was gonna make her do the black band. The black band's in there it's ready for our next exercise. So she, by no fault of her own, if this is too heavy, put the D handle on it.
Okay.
That will lighten it a little.
Okay.
And that's another thing to think about. You can either hold these like this, or you can put the D handle on it so that it's there. Does that make sense? We're just gonna go.
I can't do this already.
Let's see what happens. Ah, you got it! That's like a 1 rep max, but you got it.
Why don't I do the 26 pound?
You can
Are
do
you doing
that.
a shoulder press?
Sure. You want to do the kettlebell?
Yeah, if we're doing
Good idea.
single arm.
That's good. We can
Okay.
demonstrate different options.
Okay, we're doing single arm.
In general, I'm giving you guys different options. And if you have all the same equipment as us, then I guess ultimately you're doing exactly what we're doing. But you don't have to. She's going to do a press. Let's see.
Oh, are we going to do these together?
Yeah, might as well. All right, so I'm going like this. Oh, good.
If you want to back up, your YouTube people can see you. If you're too close, you'll cut off.
You're right, my poor head. So we're just doing single arm. Downward dog, people do 2 sets. And maybe if you remember how, do a kick through in between sides. Not sides, sets. I'm not doing very well, I'm arching.
I have to do a push press.
That's fine. So you see what Alice has done here. She did a type of drop set where she did strict presses. Once she could do no more, instead of either doing a pause set or stopping, she did a push press, which basically makes it a little bit easier. And the third way she could even regress that to keep going is she could do a push jerk. Show me a push jerk. You're not gonna do it. I was thinking if she would push me, but she didn't. What a gal. This is a push jerk. So you punch your fan pole. See, Sean, you had to make a joke. You think you're so friggin' funny. This is a push jerk. Barbell, dumbbell, whatever. You dip to get it going, and then you dip underneath it again. So it looks like this. Boom, boom. That would be the third thing you could do if you want to keep doing a drop set. You want to try those too? Just for kicks?
Probably not.
Okay. Doubtful people at home have a dumbbell or kettlebell that they're going to be doing that with anyway. At this point, who knows? All right, here we go. I'm pressing again. If you're using one of these bands and you are not using the D handle, ideally you've got the band closer to your heel of your palm, not up by the fingers, because that puts less torque on the wrist if it's down here. There you go. Now, because I'm using elastic, there's no point in trying a push press because there's no momentum to band tension. There's no inertia going on. It's not like right? Rolling a ball up a hill, right? Like Sisyphus. Get that thing going, and it has its own way. It's underway. How you doing?
Good. Did you read the Shouts and Murmurs with sports commentators interviewing Sisyphus each time that it goes down? It was in the New Yorker. I'll send it to you. It's really funny.
That's a good show.
And he's so optimistic. He's like, but this time, and the announcer, the interviewer's like, really? It just crushed you, and you're okay? Yeah. This time I feel it. And he talks about how, like, you know, my opponent just had things in his favor. Interview guys like gravity. Yep. But next time I feel it. I'm so optimistic. It's great. It's great. So yeah.
That reminds me of that New Yorker cartoon where the toilet bowl is talking to the sink.
Oh.
And the toilet bowl says, I just got a feeling today's going to be better. There's something funny about hope. Okay. Let's do a kick through for the people doing thingamajigs at home. The downward dog push-ups or something.
Great.
So, why did I face this way this time?
You face
that
that
last time.
way. Yeah.
See how bad my spatial memory is? Okay, you ready? Kick through, little bridge. Kick through, little bridge. Sean, why are we doing these? Okay, I'll explain. One, it's just good movement. If you want to break down exactly what muscle is working, we could do that. But think of it more as just a lot of compound stuff going on together. You get a nice opening of the chest, opening of the hip. You are working your core the whole time to stabilize you. So all the movement is at the shoulders and the hips. So there's no trunk rotation. Maybe there's a little bit here, but it's not like that's the prime mover. And it's a good habit to get into to move at the hips, not the lumbar spine. A little's fine, but it shouldn't be like the first thing.
We got some comments.
Ooh.
Melissa says that she misses us. We miss you too.
Melissa, I'm sorry we don't have any drinks in our shots. I've been loving your workouts. They're cool.
Oh.
Alice loved talking to you so much. She tapped.
Did you just apply lip balm?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. This is why I can't touch.
That's all right.
I can't touch the setup. All right.
Huh. How do you, I think it's function tab. Nope, nope. Sorry, everybody. There it is. Control tab. I go through phases where I know hotkeys, and this apparently is not one of them.
All right, are we doing another shoulder press?
Yes, we have one more set to do of the shoulder pressing.
Okay, great. There's your bands.
I'm actually glad you did that because I needed a breather. All right, I'll go back here.
Great.
Okay, final set. So I'm standing on my band with my heel. I've got it curled up yonder. I could actually probably apply lip balm while I'm doing this. That would be like that handstand challenge where people are putting a shirt on while they do a handstand. Mine is going to be, can I apply lip balm in a handstand? Oh, that's really what I want to do. I'm not even going to practice it. I'm just going to try it on camera. I'm even going to order lip balm, wait for it to arrive, Lysol it, open it up, apply it, and then get down from the handstand. I'm going to take a pause and then do a couple of more of these. There is another way you could do a drop set with bands on this one. I'm going to do one more rep like this, and then I'll show you. You could very quickly turn it into a knee. So now, I'm still doing some work here, but it's just a slightly shortened range of motion. Quiet. Actually, we're not on the floor anymore if you want to tilt it back up. That's not true. We are on the floor later. If we manage our time well, we're going to do dragon flags later. Without rehearsal again. We keep doing that to Alice, really. She hates it. She's like, can't we just do a run through? No. You gotta show them your process. It's more artistic. It's more pure. It's raw.
I don't hate it. I'm just self-conscious.
I get that. But then there's that inherent apology if we're all over the place. Which is, it's like improv. We're making it up as we go. What do you want? I'm going to once again do a little pause, and then I will also drop to my knee and propose. Some people are apparently doing that. They're having Zoom weddings and then Zoom divorces once they can log back in.
The company that I work for is doing some of the forms for New York City to do. Yeah. With actually De Blasio, the missing persons press release that he did, because there's a lot of missing persons due to COVID.
Yeah.
That's built with our form. Actually, Asher and Chachi built that Friday night.
Good job.
It was released Saturday.
Nice.
All right.
So the worst thing about kettlebell presses is it bugs your wrist. Option one is you just deal with it, and over time it does kind of build up density. Or you can just flick your wrist back like that. Kettlebell purists are gonna scream. They're gonna be like, you can't break it. Sorry, I know we're not competing in a kettlebell competition. We're not doing it all day.
Wow, you really think your audience are kettlebell purists?
Rob is. Is Rob on? Rob, you want? No. Melly has done some kettlebell work. All right.
Yeah, but she's also a female and understands that, like, they're made for men's hands. They're made for hands that are so much bigger. The bigger the weight, the heavier the weight, the less a female, like, the less I can grip around it.
Yeah, I get that, but it hits our forearms, male or female.
Right, but you can't, if you have a bigger hand, you can actually shift it. You could hold a grip, and you could stop it from turning and hitting as much. You don't believe
she
me?
Might be onto
Someone
something.
who
Let's take a walk.
constantly can't lift the weight she wants. I know these things.
How do you not fall over when you do this?
Ooh, watch your computer. That's why you grab it from behind. There you go. Move and cheese.
That's the problem. I should have let her do her thing. And I don't know where we're going to be for this. I guess here. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my door because we're going to do pec flies. So I've got my anchor. I'm putting it in my one door in the apartment that will survive this torment. Somehow I hit right at the doorknob. That was a mistake. Okay. And then I walk out. Now what I've done today is tether 3 bands together. I've connected them. I've got a heavy one, a medium one, and a light one. It could be any combination. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that it is not only one band. Here's why. A pec fly If it's slack at the beginning and then I go to do my fly, it immediately gets too heavy. So my pec fly would be like, well, there's nothing. Oh, now it's too much. I might as well just push against a wall. What I have done by connecting these is now the tension will be medium heavy, and then at the finish, it'll be pretty heavy. Does that make sense? It's not quite so like cut and dry. I hate to say it, but this room is not right. That spot is not right for those cameras. Can you?
Yes, where?
Beat it.
What are we gonna do?
Maybe go in there. I'm gonna be here. Flying.
Okay.
If you can go
You're
in there.
gonna be there flying.
Yeah. I'm gonna start while you do that.
Okay. You
And,
know.
normally I start with my. No. I mean all the way in there. All right. So here I go. I'll walk a good ways out, and now I'm doing my flies. So you get the idea. I come across my body with my elbows staying slightly bent. Hopefully you found a spot to anchor your band and you're pulling across like this. Bands plural, hopefully. If you only have one, it's not the end of the world. It's certainly way better than not doing it at all. It's just not loading it through as great a range of motion. Ideally, the load should match your strength curve. The profile of the machine or of the bands and all that should match how much force you can deliver. That's why some machines that are designed to be used in two different directions, like a biceps, triceps machine, sometimes don't make much sense. Alice is going to take this. I did my left arm first, which I never do. I always try to start on my right just so I don't get confused. But that was the way I was facing. Here you go, buddy. I'm just going to walk over here and do. Al.
Hey, buddy.
So she's doing her pec fly. She's just got a soft elbow. It's not locked out. Good. This is also a sneaky ab exercise. Her obliques are working. Good. Anything single limb gets anti-rotational stuff involved. So just doing a Bulgarian squat, your core is having to work a bit to keep you stable. Hi, guys. Put you back here.
All right, let's put in.
Yeah, that's plenty. Again, we're just going to failure. I apologize if I'm out of frame. There's worse things in life. Well, let's talk about lip balm. Now I gotta reapply it. Really gonna do dragonflies? It's gonna be hard, man. The dragonflies are cool. They are an ab exercise. There's a billion different ways you can do them, and I'm gonna show you a very regressed version that's not even a dragonfly, it is just a dead bug. So for those who can't do dragons, you will be doing dead bugs, ideally with a band. If you don't have a band, I'll show you how to do them without. I'm gonna do two more. You're Al. Al, my pal.
Thank you.
How are we doing on time? Oh, we're making good time.
Where you gotta go?
I just don't want these things to go too long.
Yeah, you got plans?
Yeah, going to the Meadowlands tonight. You know what occurred to me? Six Flags is going to be closed. They probably, I mean, if they open, it wouldn't be till like Fright Fest, and why bother at that point? So they're just going to write it off. They're not going to have Six Flags this year. What a drag! I'm going to have to build my own roller coaster in here out of bands. And won't Alice be sorry then?
I'll just have to get stronger and give you rides like you give me, like
Oh, there you go.
lift me up and all of those. Like it's like okay.
Full disclosure, that's why I'm getting you stronger, is so that you can throw me around
That's it, right?
to give me my roller coaster fix.
You have to work on your core because all of those being as tight as a board for you to lift
Yeah.
definitely is tightening of muscles.
I forgot. I promised everybody who didn't have a band I'd show you an alternative. I'll do that after Alice finishes this set.
Need a band to do it?
No, that's the whole. She's so funny.
Alright, that was good enough.
Good job.
Good.
So, if you are not pushed out and you do want a pec fly variation without thingamajigs, bands, here's what you can do. Take something slippery, a sock maybe, and do sort of a push-up where you just slide that arm out. Make sense? You might have to tilt me downward. So this is pretty hard. I'll show you from the knees, the slightly easier way to do it. But I'm basically doing a type of single arm push-up, and I just try to really focus on this arm doing a lot of work. The flying arm doing a lot of work. So on the knees in a straight line from knees to shoulders. So I'm not pushed back in the hips like this. I've got my hips forward. Now I just sink down. I let that arm extend way out. I feel my right pec is getting a good stretch through here. Big old stretch. And then I contract that to slide myself back up. It is not ideal. And if you have already done a lot of push-ups, you're probably like, I don't need to do that. And I agree with you.
Second set.
Second set, though. We're going to do another round.
Just leave it. Fix it later.
Yeah, you're right. What's with me? I started the task. I feel like I have to finish it. Okay. And this time, can you slide that thing back over? I'm just afraid I'm going to kill it.
You won't.
Huh?
You won't.
I won't. And this time, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to start with my pec fly. I'm going to go to failure, and then I'm going to do a few presses. So if you have a band anchored in the door, I want you to do the same if you're not too tired out already. So I'm doing this fly where I come across my body. I'm going to go until I feel a good bit of fatigue in my left pec. And then I'm going to rotate my body to face that way and do a few more presses. That is a mechanical drop set. That is where I'm doing the same motion with the upper arm, but now I have the assistance of bending the elbow. I'm going to do two more. I'm going to do one more. All right, I get into position, and now I just press. Makes sense? And I can handle more weight this way because it's a compound movement. Hardest thing about it is not knocking anything over in my home. Ugh, we're going to keep scuffing up the walls. It's going to be like when a kid gets older and you keep drawing the lines for how tall they get. It's like, this is how strong you were during the pandemic years. You were this strong in April, then you were this strong in May. All right, here she goes. So she's going to do her pec fly. She's going to bring that left pec and shoulder to fatigue. Then she will rotate herself and do a few more presses.
I'm so tempted.
Yes.
To try to get my feet where I hit that wall.
Uh-huh. You can do it.
Yeah, what?
But what? What would it get you?
Yeah.
Bragging rights?
Yeah.
An emasculated husband?
No.
And is that worth it?
No. You're not being emasculated by that. You are that, Betty.
Good flying. Think of flies as kind of like a left hook or something. Just coming around. A nice haymaker. Good, Al. So she fatigued. Look at that scapula moving. We love it. See, your scapula retracts a bit here, and then she protracts. She lets it go forward on the push. On the bottom.
Outside, right? That's not in our hallway.
Correct. That is an outside dog.
I say the only dog that we have that can bark without being Nelly.
She does not. She doesn't bark at all.
No.
We have the most well-behaved neighbor dog.
That's why it'd be so sad if she were barking. Like
Yeah,
that.
you're like, what's wrong?
Right. I was like, someone is killing Luke right now. We have to go check on her.
Yeah, it's like the wolf who cried boy. Yeah, dogs that bark all the time. It's like, stop it, I don't believe you. But the dog that never barks, it's like, oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I think I learned recently that Timmy never actually fell down a well in Lassie.
Oh, and they would always ask that?
Yeah. They would always, like, that's our impersonation of Lassie, right? Like, oh, what is it, girl? Did Timmy fall down a well? He never did, apparently. That's like what's his name? Cagney never said you dirty rat.
Yeah.
It was like somebody did that as their impersonation of him.
Did you ever watch Lassie? Like when they did the replay or something?
I remember.
Okay. Like a Nick at Night or something.
Yeah. I don't think so. If I did, I probably hated it. I think a lot of stuff doesn't age well.
Yeah, when you're a kid. Some stuff aged.
That's true. I might have forgiven stuff then.
Yeah. If you watched it now, yeah, you'd be like, oh, but at the time.
That's true about anything I saw as a kid. I hate when people romanticize cartoons from when I was a kid. Like, oh, Thundercats was so... Don't even finish the sentence. It was horrible. It was terrible. Thundercats. What, you didn't like it? I loved it. I also was 7 and had horrible taste. I barely have okay taste now. Imagine how bad my taste was when I was 7.
How jacked up Skeletor it was.
Right.
Man, he was so jacked.
Which makes no sense. He's literally a skeleton. Why does he have so much muscle?
He has so much muscle.
The whole point of a skeleton is that it doesn't have any muscle. Yeah, he was beefy. Ah! That's what he sounded like. Ah! Good. Nice. I'm just gonna stand. Oh, nah, she's figured it out. All right, we're almost done. We are now gonna do, not now, when she finishes this, we're gonna go do ab stuff. If you have a band and you don't think you're going to be doing dragon flags with us, anchor that band under your door or put it under the leg of a couch, the couch or something heavy, but the thing will probably not move. We're not pulling on it that much. This stuff, you couldn't do that. Like for heavy presses and pulls, you have to have it in the door. Unless your furniture is like really, really heavy, like some sectional or something, or you have a really fat relative or a roommate lying on it. All right, let's go into the living room.
Great. I love it.
So I'll just let you carry that since you know how to do it and I just mess it up.
Take this right now.
There we go. All right, into the other gym. Okay, so here's what, if you can be angled somewhat down, I'm gonna just go under the leg of this chair. So if you have an array of bands, go with something on the lighter side, light medium. We just want some tension. You're gonna loop your band under the leg of a piece of furniture, or again, you're gonna anchor it in the door. I'm gonna be lying here, Al. You could even tether it around a kettlebell or something if that's lying around. Yeah. I'm kind of lying. This is sliding more than I anticipated, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna use it as a demo. I'm not gonna really do the exercise. So, I've got my band looped around the leg. I grip it, I pull it. So you can scooch forward if you want more tension. Abs in, low back down. Now, can you just make sure that the camera is capturing my lumbar spine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my low back is smushed on the ground. That's rule number 1. Create some tension in the bands. Bring your legs up. Bring them one at a time to start. Now, if you're pretty strong, go with both. See that? I'm lowering my legs. Knees stay at 90, okay? So don't do that. Do that. Now, if that's too tough, you can either just half it. Thank you. You can, so since she's here, I'm going to give myself a little more tension. So, what was I saying? So, you can either just go smaller range of motion like that if it's too tough, or you can do one leg at a time, alternating like so. Don't let this happen. See my low back lifted? Think of connecting your ribs to your pelvis. So, I pull my ribs down toward my pelvis, and now I don't lose that connection as my knees go forward. So the extension happens at my hips. It is not an anterior tilt of the spine. Notice the difference. Here, I'm only rocking my pelvis. Here, I'm moving my hips. And that second one is an ab exercise. All right, Alice, do you want to do a few just to warm up for our dragon flags?
Let's do the walking move.
So Alice is going to demo these prettily. I don't like the adverb prettily. It's like funnily. Funnily enough. Hate when people say that.
Do you really?
Yes, I think they sound
I like fun.
don't. You know, you like funneling. I'll sit on that.
That was a lot. It moved. It scared me. So I'm just here.
Yep. Now smush the spine into the ground. Good. Now Alice is darn strong in her abs. She could do this with straight legs, but even so, I still prefer she do it. Don't do that. I still prefer she do it with bent knees. And if she wants extra tension, she can pull forward. You don't want to pull so far, though, that your hands go flat. Like if her hands literally went down to her hips, that actually is turning off the muscles that we want to be working here. She's doing that pull to overload, dare I say, the upper abs. I did air quotes if you can't see. Good.
Okay.
All right, good set. Dragon flag time! These are ridiculous, and we might hurt ourselves. We are going in cold here. We did not practice.
We're not going to hurt ourselves.
So the right way to do this, you hold something really steady, and you lift your body up and down like that. Who's going first? I hope she says she gets to go first.
I'll go first.
All right, good.
And you should sit there or...
Wait, no, can't sit. It has to be all my weight that you grip the ankles, right?
I mean, it depends, but you could, however you want to keep yourself from moving.
I'm going to go here. You'll lie that way.
Okay.
All right, down you go. So I'm going to do my best to not be pulled over because I'm driving well under the influence.
Ready?
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is going to be bonkers. She's going to try to pull herself all the way up.
Up to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You can do the full version.
You go onto your upper shoulders. So
Right.
I thought you were going to talk your people through.
No, I'm just going to see how you do it. So first is just getting into position, and then she just does that. She just rocks forward and back. That's a dragon flag. Now, to make it slightly easier, you do what she did. You hinge at the knee, or you can tuck, and that was good. Nice job. She's retracting her shoulder blades to build that little shelf, similar to like if you're familiar with like plow pose or something in yoga. You don't want to be too compressed in your neck. Good. Now you can either do forward, back, just staying up toward the top. Yeah, let me really feel you pulling. Pull hard.
When we spoke about this, it was going to be different.
How?
I'll tell you. We'll discuss it off camera.
Don't air your dirty laundry. In public. Sorry, you have to say the whole thing. Otherwise the expression makes no sense. I just want to feel you pull a little more. What are you giggling at?
I don't know how much more I can possibly pull. I don't need to pull anymore. I can come down because my abs are like that doesn't do anything.
Okay.
I can pull a lot.
All right, I'll take
It
your word for
doesn't
it.
get me further. It doesn't get me further.
Okay, my turn. All right. Now notice when I sit down and then I spin around in my hand, hey look, that looks like a kick through. That's one of the reasons I like them. I think they just get you better at moving around on the ground. So if you have grandkids or something, all right. I've got Alice's leggies. She might have to sit back a little bit. We'll see. Upsy daisy. Okay, start there.
Yeah, I need to sit. That's why I wanted you to sit.
You think your feet won't slide forward?
I can fight you
All
this
right.
way.
I'll take your word for it. Upsy daisy. Okay, I'm really gonna be pulling hard.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think you're sliding too much.
I can't, here, now you can. If I can brace myself to not move, then there you go.
That's a big hamstring challenge, but let's see how we do.
I mean,
It's an interesting idea.
as I say, like, so here I can't.
You feel like it's pulling you over.
You pull me over.
Let's-
That's what happens when someone who weighs at least 50 pounds more than you tries to pull you.
Well, I had a backup plan. Have a seat. Is that on camera? Looks like it.
Yeah.
All right. You feeling cozy?
Mm-hmm.
That's about it feels like it wants to pull after that, so I'll just go to there. So this is a dragon flag. Ugh. I'm just repping out. I feel like I could go like another few inches, but then the thing would slide. So I'm just gonna go to there. You might want to go here next. I think this is actually a really nice grip. And I'll do a few tucks now. So I'm just coming down, and then I press my feet toward the ceiling. Ugh. When Alice has done these at the gym, she is really good at it. She's able to go quite low toward the floor. Urgh. And I have a feeling if she's using this, she'll have a little more confidence, although it does still kind of slide. Oy vey, that hurt my belly. I felt that in my tongue top. Al's turn. Ugh, one more set each, and then we're done. For those at home doing your dead bugs, just do 2 sets, and then you can call it a day and have some margaritas. We can't make margaritas. We don't have any lime juice. Or Cointreau.
Or tequila.
We don't have any tequila? What's
Tequila.
wrong with us? It's un-American. All right, go out. Look good. There you go. So we're just repping out, going those few degrees. And there's different ways you can do it. You can kind of roll down the way she is. You can drop halfway and then go into that quick bridge position. Like that. These are relatively advanced. So use caution. You can, if you have a bench, you can definitely use that. I mean, like, an actual workout bench, a gym bench. Good, so now she's just repping out the tuck. Nice. And you should be feeling them absies. Good set. Yeah, this will get you. They're slightly in like the hanging knee raise family when you do that version. If you've got your elbows in the straps or you're just hanging on something and you either do that or you do that. All right, here I go, final set. Do you want to do one more after this?
Maybe.
You can do that over the closing credits.
There you go.
Okay, up I go. But tight, knees locked. And there I go.
Good job. Look at that.
I feel like I want to go farther. I'm just afraid this thing is sliding.
Yeah, it is lit.
There's some flutters here.
Yeah, that's a good call. Good job, man. Nice.
I feel like these are good for moi because I have like too much of a curve to my low back. So I try to work on flexion exercises. I'm gonna do one more. Alice's turn.
You gonna finish stuff up?
Oh yeah, wait, but I gotta sit there to, oh.
You're good.
She'll do that. I'm gonna end with y'all. Oh, our Instagram video ended.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thanks YouTube. YouTube's still with us.
Bye.
Bye. How do I do that? I go like this. Yep, and